Hello, MicheleAnn here from Moon of Fortune. I had a question. Someone wanted to know how or what is one way of memorising the cards, how to learn what the cards mean. And so I've just taken a couple of decks, got the Universal Waite and the Textured Tarot, which is a more modern interpretation. And I've just taken some cards and I've just put them down so that I can sort of give you an idea. One of the ways of learning the cards is to actually take a deck that is scenic. And the Waite Smith decks are generally scenic, and you have the cards on the right of the pairings are all from the Universal Waite deck. Which of course was painted by Pamela Coleman Smith. And we've got the Textured Tarot, created by Lisa McLaughlin Art 2018, and you can buy this deck on Etsy. It's a very beautiful deck. There's not much plastic in the cards, so they don't tend to riffle shuffle very well, but she was very conscious of making sure that she cut down on the use of plastic. This deck, the Universal Waite, is quite plasticky. I think this was, I don't know exactly what year this was, but anyway. So to have a look, we've got, for example, we've got the Nine of Cups. So a way of memorising the Nine of Cups is obviously, when you look at the picture, try and put yourself in to the painting. So this one here, the Nine of Cups, try and imagine that you're the person sat here, arms folded, feeling quite chuffed with yourself, and you've got all your cups around the top here. So cups generally represent emotions, feelings, your well-being, how you're relating to life and everything at the moment. And so you've got this chap here, or this woman could be, who sat looking quite happy, lots of cups around, arms folded, sitting down, thinking, yep, that feels good, I've done that. And then the Textured Tarot has, it's the same sort of kind of meaning for the Nine of Cups, but here obviously you've got the cat that got the cream. So this is another way of looking at the Nine of Cups. And then you've got the Six of Swords, and again you've got two slightly different excuse me, two slightly different illustrations here. The Universal Waite, again, try and picture yourself in the picture. So you could be this person here, you could be the child, or you could be the person who's actually pushing the boat along through the water, moving forwards. All the swords there are in front of you, which again, it would cloud your view. If you were actually trying to steer this boat and you've got all these swords in front of you, it would make it quite hard because you can't really see too well. So that's another thing, you know, but he's looking into the distance over here where it's all clear. So you can get your meanings just from putting yourself into the card, into the painting. And with the Six of Swords in this one here from the Textured Tarot, you have the representation of a hot air balloon just sailing onwards and upwards, flying over what it could be the sea, this little curl here, it could perhaps be the sea, it could be a mountain, it could be any sort of, you know, obstacle that you think of, and you're in a hot air balloon and you're just happily sailing over the top. So put yourself into the picture, try and make yourself feel like that's you stood there with the Nine of Wands. Looks like this person here has got a bandage around their head, so there's possibly been some kind of some sort of battle, some sort of struggle to get where he is now. And the same with this one here. This gives a feeling of feeling enclosed, protected, but also there's a wand in his hand, and he looks very fit. You can see the veins and everything, and he's got markings here, so you can see that he is actually prepped, he's ready to go. So he's looking like he's crouched down, he's ready to make a move. The enclosure is not all around him, it's just behind him, so it's covering his back. So he feels like at any minute now, if anything comes and he has to get up and move, he's ready. He's absolutely ready to go. The Fool here again, the classic Fool from the Universal Waite from Pamela Colman Smith, and he's teetering on the edge there, and the dog's beside him going, oh, I don't know, hang on a minute, I'm not sure, but he's got everything in his hand, he's just about to jump. And then, so put yourself into that position. If you're standing right on a precipice, if you're right on the edge of something, where are you going to go? Are you going to take that leap? Are you going to stay still? Are you going to stay with the dog? Is the dog going to come with you? You've got all your bits and pieces in your bag over your shoulder there. Are you going to take that leap? Are you going to just go, let's just go, let's just do it? And then the Fool from the Textured Tarot, well, it's David Bowie, so I had to put him in. And again, you have that line, that separation. So you've got light and dark. You have the image almost of like a cave painting of an animal, and you have a mannequin that's just stood rigid, stood still. So again, you have that feeling of just leaping, just jumping, just taking everything that you've learned, everything that you know, and just going into that void and just thinking, right, let's just see what happens. Let's just go. So put yourself into the picture. The Four of Coins, again, someone sitting here, feet on the coins, holding onto a coin, and there's a coin on top of the crown. So the feet on the coins would suggest that you have your feet very firmly based in financial matters, excuse me, in financial matters, and also where you stand in society, where you fit in, everything, it's all under your feet. You have that basis. You're holding onto a coin, it's right over your heart, so it's obviously very important to you. And the crown here suggests that there's more coming in, there's more coming down. And you've got all the houses and the towns and everything around behind you. So it's kind of like a feeling of hanging on to stuff. Could be thought of as being, nope, you're not having any of it, it's mine. Or it could also be a kind of, well, I have to save this, I have to make sure that there's something for everyone who's behind me. And the Four of Pentacles, again, you have a bull, but he's also got the little slot, so it's like a little piggy bank. So you have the coins that are falling down from the air, falling into the piggy bank. So again, that is suggesting savings. So put yourself into the picture, try and imagine if you were this figure here, all the money's coming down into your back, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to save it? Are you going to run off with it? Are you going to plough it into something? Try and imagine that you are the character that's in the picture. And the Lovers one, of course, I love this card. I love the fact that it really does demonstrate choice. It really shows the fact that there is a choice to be made. Put yourself in the picture. Are you the angel? Are you the woman? Are you the man? How are you feeling while you're standing there? You've got the flames on the tree here. Are you feeling like you're prepped and ready to go? Or you've got the woman here who's standing by the tree and the snake curling around, or gaining wisdom. She's looking up to the angel here, so she's looking for some sort of guidance or something, whereas he is looking across to her. So what's the dialogue? What's going on? What does it make you think when you look at that card? Who are you in that picture? And also the Lovers from the Textured Tarot. Again, you have two people, a couple wrapped up, looking nice and cozy. He looks like he's totally immersed into her, where she's kind of like, yeah, but sort of looking off into the distance. So perhaps she's looking at something else. There's some other, there's a feeling of choice going on there. Something's perhaps, coming up. There's some sort of, there's something that she's not doing. There's something that she wants to do, and she's not quite sure if she wants to be right here, if she wants to be moving off into the distance, and then you can take also the way the figures are looking. So she's looking off to the left. Generally, figures that look off to the left are looking to the past. So perhaps she's remembering something. Perhaps they had an argument a little while ago and she's thinking, I don't know how I feel about this. So put yourself in the picture. Try and imagine that you are one of the people, and just see where it takes you. Just see where that journey takes you. And I think that's quite a good way. That's how I do it anyway. It's just to pretend that I'm in that picture, and I can be any one of the characters that are in the picture. But yeah, that's how I do it. Thanks for listening, my rambling, and I hope that it answered your question, Caroline. And I do tarot readings. I use the Tarot de Marseille decks. I also use the Lenormand cards. I'm on Facebook, Moon of Fortune. My website is coming soon, so if you want to contact me, then please do. And thank you for listening, and I will see you again soon. Thank you, bye-bye.